Hello, I'm Shannon Kanashige and I'm Fringeish, and today I want to talk a bit about downward dog and the step through. So, the step through is basically whenever your teacher says something like, and you can walk, step, or hop to the front of the mat, that's generally what they're referring to. So, let me just demo and I'll kind of talk about things as we go through. So if I'm going to come into kind of a downward dog without any props, I'll walk my hands forward here. Scoot these out of the way. So we're in a downward dog. Traditionally, what we're taught in a lot of classes is we come up on the toes, we raise the knee up, and then we just kind of slide it forward. I don't get very far. Because I have a belly and I have thighs that hit each other. And, well, you can't really move through things, so they just stop. So one of the things we can do is we can give ourselves more room through the abdomen, and we can do that with blocks. So if I come into blocks, if I grab my blocks and come into downward dog, I'm much higher. I have a lot more space. I can come up onto my toes. I can lift my knee and I can swing it. And I still might not make it all the way, that's fine. So we have options from here. We can step the foot forward. We can reach back and pull the foot forward. I like to just kind of pop up and bring the foot forward because for me that's faster and easier. And then we're there. Another option, and this one tends to work a bit better for me, and is one that is often taught by Diane Bondi. And oh my gosh, if you haven't seen Diane Bondi or her videos, like hit pause, go look, because she's awesome. But this is one that I learned when I took an in-person class with Diane Bondi, and I'm a huge fan of. And again, we're using our blocks. We're stepping back, we're bringing the sit bones back. We're still maybe going to come up onto the toes, but this time we're really going to lift the back foot and swing it around. So we're coming out and around, so we're avoiding the belly, so we don't have a lot, and then we're on the outside of the hand. That's fine, because we can lift up the block and slide the foot in, and we're there. And with a bit of practice, you can usually get right up next to the block, and then it's just lift the block, scoot the foot over, and you're done. And then to step through, we just bring the other foot up. So again, the step through, coming into downward dog, stepping back, bringing the sit bones back, coming up onto the toes, swinging the foot back out and to the outside, scooting in, bringing both feet up, and we're in our forward fold, which is generally where you're going when you're asked to step through. And then come up. So those are two options for how to go through the step through. I also want to talk about not using the step through, because some days our hips are bothering us. Some days it's just not attainable, or it's always not attainable, and that's okay. You don't have to step through. You can walk through, which I'll demo. You can do a kind of knee transition, which I'll demo. And you can just come out of downward dog and come into a forward fold at the top of the mat. All of these are awesome options. The hardest part of yoga, for me personally, and I think for a lot of us, isn't the asana. It's the accepting of ourselves and accepting that everyone in any body is going to come up against limitations. And how we deal with that says much more about us than anything that happens on this mat. And so, if this isn't something that no matter how many times you try, feels attainable, that's okay. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. You're not doing anything wrong. Your body isn't wrong. Your practice isn't wrong. You are perfect as you are. We shouldn't be trying to make our bodies fit the practice. The practice is supposed to fit our bodies. So let's talk about other ways we can get to the front of the mat, from downward dog, okay? So, I'm still using my blocks because I use my blocks in my practice, but you don't need blocks for all of these, so don't worry about it. I'm coming into my downward dog. And I want to get to the top of the mat, so I'm just going to walk my feet up. I'm there. Maybe walking your feet up isn't comfortable. Maybe it's more comfortable to walk the hands back and just step up to the top of the mat. That's totally valid, totally awesome. Another option. We come down to the knee, we bring the leg up, and if we're coming into a lunge, we're already here. But if we're coming into forward fold, we just bring the leg up, and there we go. That last one is particularly helpful if you're doing a classic Hatha Sun salutation, where from downward dog sometimes you're coming right into a low lunge. So that one works really well for that. These are all great options. You pick whichever one works best for you in that exact moment, because it's going to be different every day. Okay? So, if you have any questions, go ahead, put them down in the comments, or you can catch me on Instagram at Fringeish. My DMs are always open. And if you're interested in looking at the Fat Asana library, or if you're interested in my public class schedule, you can go to my website, fringeish.com. But otherwise, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful practice, and I hope I see you soon. Thanks.